I'm a little nervous to see what the total is, but we're gonna try this out. Hey guys, welcome back to my corner of the internet. As you guys can see today, we are going to do a full face of makeup, but I figured let's try out and see how much the total full face of makeup is. These products are going to be my everyday stuff, things that I'm going to naturally grab for or are in project pan. So I'm not specifically switching up my routine just to make the total bigger or smaller. This is genuinely what I would wear on an everyday basis. So we're gonna just play around with it. The only few things that I would switch up are my blush and my eyeshadow and lip. Other than that, everything should be the same. Editing Alex has a lot of work to do. Yes, she does, because she's going to be putting in the prices on the screen for you guys, because obviously I don't know them off the top of my head. I am going to give an educated estimate, and just running through the process in my head, something tells me that I'm going to be over $800 in just one full face of makeup, because that's how I roll. So I'm curious, before I start, I'd love to know what you guys think. So either put it down in the comment section and let me know, or put that in your brain and then see what happens at the end of our total to see if we really do get there or not. One last thing, if something is a deluxe sample size or the product, like the size is not sold, I will give, or Editing Alex is going to give an educated guess on the total, because some things are just deluxe sample sizes that you get for free that I'm using. So that's another thing that I will be jumping over a hurdle and just figuring that out. So let's get into it, shall we? All right, so currently I am using the Milani Eye Primer. I know this one is not that expensive, but I am pretty sure with everything going up in prices, this is pretty expensive already. So I don't know. This might be over $10 at this point. So I do use that one. Then I go ahead and use a paint pot. So currently I am using Painterly. So we're just going to go ahead and put this on. I do this because I have very oily eyelids, and this just helps with the oily eyelids. So you guys can see I just put on enough to cover. I don't do a thick layer. So this is why they last. So the first two products I purchased myself. This is a free gift with purchase, so I'll let you guys know if I spent the money on the product or not. So this is the Benefit, what is this one? 24-hour brow setter. I believe this is a decent size. What is this? 3.5 mil. So I don't know if this is full size or not, but I did get this for free. So I didn't spend the money on this, but it's part of my routine right now. So we're going to go ahead and tally this in. I like to brush this in through my brows, and then I grab a spoolie, just finish off. Okay, so next I would do my eyeshadow. So I'm going to use the Hot Mess palette by Syndey Grace. I've already used this quite a few times, and I've worn it to work. I've worn it out. I've actually done looks with the blue down here. I've done looks with all of these. This one, this green one right here, I've done a look with. The only things I haven't touched are these purples down here and the browns up here. So let's see. So yeah, I only have like about 6 shadows I haven't touched in here. So should I go purple today, or should I go warm tone? I'm gonna play it safe, and I'm just gonna go with these because yesterday I wore the blues, so I'm kind of not wanting to do color. I'm just being honest. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through with it, through the process, and you guys will see it.
I don't know if I can find my way out.
Okay, so here is my look. And now I'm gonna grab my next thing, which is my Mally Brown, my milk chocolate brown eyeliner. And I'm just gonna smudge this right out here. And out here. Any products that is discontinued, I'm just gonna do my best to get the price out of whatever I think is reasonable. And this is something that I did purchase. So I did purchase the palette and I did purchase the eyeliner myself. All right, on to the face, shall we? So for primer, I'm gonna use my Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. And I did buy this myself. You guys can see I've used quite a bit of this one. So I just put this in targeted areas. Next up, we are going to use my Natasha Denona Daria palette. Now, I'm only using one product in here, but I still spent the money on the whole entire product. So like the whole entire palette. So I am gonna not base it off of the one product I'm using. I'm gonna say the whole thing. Now this, I know I didn't pay full price for, but I know this is rather expensive and I did spend the money on this one. So this one is something that I did buy myself. Up next is my Anastasia Cream Bronzer. I did purchase this myself as well. You guys, it would be fascinating if I could find the actual prices I spent on these things, because now at this point, all these products have risen as far as prices because everything is just so expensive. So I'm pretty sure that it is now more expensive to get these items than it was prior. Okay, so now we're going to use the Tarte Double Duty, or the Shape Tape Radiant. This is not something I purchased. This was a free gift. It's full size. Yes, it was a free gift. And I'm using the shade 27H. It's a little bit light for me. But if I were to choose one of these Tarte Shape Tape concealers, I would pick the Radiant. I don't like the creamy. It's still too thick, and the original was way too heavy for me. This one's perfect because it gives me the coverage, but it's still creamy and like radiant, so it makes my under eyes look youthful. So this is something I did not buy, but I do have and I am using. So, oh, and I'm also meant to tell you guys that I'm not including tools in here. I should have said that from the beginning. Sorry, I probably annotated it in the intro somewhere, but I'm not including tools in this. All right, so now we're going to use our foundation. So I'm using the Makeup Forever HD Skin, which is still available. This is pretty expensive. You guys can see where I'm at with this, and I'm so proud of myself. And then I'm also mixing it with the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is the original. So since these two are my oldest, I am mixing both. This isn't something new. You guys have seen me do this already before, so I am just going to squish them in my hand and then plop them on here. These two alone, I'm sure, are going to be an arm and a leg. It's going to be like at least $100 just in foundation, which is fascinating to me to think. And I did not pay full price for these, absolutely not. So I know that these, and I'm sure the prices of these have gone up too. All right, so for cream blush, we're going to use this Bobbi Brown in Pale Pink. That's what this looks like. I'm going to underpaint with this. So I've decided to try to underpaint with my cream blushes in the summertime, unless I just want a cream blush for the day, to try to get use out of my cream blushes and my powder, but also allow some of these blushes to last a little bit longer on my cheeks, because I have very oily skin in the summer and these tend to not last, certain formulas. So this one, I know I got it at CCL, so I didn't pay full price for this one, but I did buy this myself as well. So far, everything I've shown you, with the exception of one thing, I think I purchased myself. Everything else I've purchased myself. So speaking of that, we're gonna set our under eyes with this Anastasia translucent powder. This is something that they do sell. I did not buy this. This was a free gift with a purchase. So this is my second product that I didn't spend money on. So we're going to set our under eyes first. With this concealer, I do have to really set my under eyes because it is radiant, that it will kind of get a little bit runny under here. So I got to really set it. Up next is my face powder. This is the Kimchi Puff Up Pass in translucent. This is the mini version. They do sell this, but I got this for free. So I am using this one. This one does still have talc in it. So this is why I like it, because it helps tremendously to keep my oils. And this is something I would consider purchasing because it still has talc in it. And before you get on my case, you guys, there's been so many studies and there's so much rules and regulations when it came to talc for makeup that it's very rare for it to be harmful. But you know, you got those people. So I don't care, I'm still using talc. So I would purchase this full size one because it still has talc in it. Up next is my Sephora bronzer in Los Cabos. Yes, I did purchase this one on my own. You can't buy this anymore, but surprisingly, I believe these are almost the same price as the Sephora bronzers that are sold today. So I don't think that the Sephora collection has really gone up in price much. So just to let you know that, and they're pretty darn good. I'm not gonna lie to you, that I like the Sephora brand stuff. For highlighter, I'm using my NARS Guy Bourdain mixed in with the Tarte highlighter. Both of these I did purchase. Both of these are palettes. So even though I am only using one thing out of each of these, I am doing the full price of these. So I'm just going to put these on, as you guys can see, and then buffing it out. For blush today, I want to use Wonderlust Buxom in Seychelles. Who's that? Hello, baby. Rafi just walked in. So this is what this one looks like. I just want something soft today. Oh, I love these. As much as I am tempted by the new blushes and things, I'm just trying not to, because I really do have a wonderful collection of blushes. Look how beautiful that is. So I did purchase this myself as well. We're gonna set our face with this MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. I did get this as free gift when I made a purchase at some point last year at MAC. I do not know if they sell this or not. For the eyebrows, this is a free gift with purchase. I got this from Benefit. This is Precisely My Brow in number 3. I'm literally, like, you can't even see how much I have left in there. That's not much. So I'm hoping to have enough for today. So this is what I'm using. And no, I did not buy this. I do like them. I do personally enjoy the Benefit brow products, but I don't feel like I need to spend the money on something high end because I don't need that much filling in. So I'm always like torn between that. Do I spend the money on something good, but then I don't want to keep spending the money? Or will it last? I don't know. I don't know. You guys let me know. I'm not somebody who invests too much on my brows. You guys just saw that on camera. This is completely done. I saw an empty live. Then I'm going to finish my eyes. So I'm just going to grab the 2 shades that I used, which are these 2 peachy kind, and just put them on my lower lash line. To tight line, I'm going to use my NARS Via Veneto. This was a deluxe sample size. I didn't buy this, but it was a pretty decent deluxe sample size because it's still here. It's still kicking. So I'm going to tight line with this. So tally this up, Editing Alex. Then I'm also going to use these 2 mascaras. This is the City Beauty Beyond Mascara. This was a PR sent to me, so I didn't buy this at all. And then the Too Faced Ribbon Wrap Lash. This was also sent in PR, so I did not spend the money on this one. But I'm going to use this on the top lash, this on the bottom lash, and then we'll come back to finish thy lips. All right, so on to the lips. As you guys can see, I'm done with my eyes. I would put something in my waterline, but I feel like my eyes are going to itch today. And I have a soccer game, so I don't want that to happen. So anyway, we are going to use Merit Bespoke because this is part of my project pan that I want to finish off. So we're going to start with this one because I don't want my lips to be too warm tone, considering that my eyes are already warm tone. If I do too much warmth on my face, eventually it looks like I turn orange, and I don't like that. So I kind of balance it out with a more neutral to cool tone lip. So we're going to see if I can fix that. So anyway, we're going to start out with Bespoke. This was a PR thing, by the way. I didn't buy this one. Okay, so I filled my lips in with that. I'm gonna grab MAC Honey Love, which is something that I purchased myself. So, and to define it, I'm gonna use the Mario Sculpting Lip Pencil in Rich Mauve. This was not something I purchased. This was a free gift. I'm just gonna go back in with the Merit to cool it down a little bit. All right, you guys, so this is my whole entire face. As you guys can see, this is truly what I would use on a daily basis. You saw that I ended up with one empty in this whole entire Get Ready With Me because I do use these products quite a bit and more often. So editing Alex, let's give us the total of what this whole entire face would look like, you guys. If I were to add anything extra to this routine, it would probably be a mattifying or like a setting spray that sets my whole entire face for the day. But because I don't need that right now, I'm not using that. But that's something that I would have added to my whole entire routine, especially now as the warmer months are coming in and we're going to get humidity. I will start to do that. But this is an overall kind of view of what I do enjoy and what I use on a daily basis. Things change. I use things up. Not everything is high end. I do have some drugstore foundations, concealers, and powders and things. So I am not, but the majority of my products are things that I've had for a while and I'm just trying to use them up. So I'm just doing what I'm doing, you guys, and I'm enjoying it. I love this look. It looks really nice, you guys. This palette is amazing. I do love this. The only colors now that I have not used are these 3 purples. Everything else I have used. So I'm very proud of myself for that. Other than that, you guys, let me know what you guys think. Is this a lot of money? Do you think this is a lot of money? Now with inflation, I feel like my price is probably an additional $200, $300. At the time that I purchased most of these products, I don't think that they cost as much as they cost now. So I think that my whole face would be about $200 to $300 less than what you're seeing as the total. So I don't know. I will probably be shocked watching this and editing it because I don't know what the total is. I really don't, but I can kind of gauge with the products that I use today and what I do enjoy. Some things are worth it to me and some things I just don't care to, add that extra budget. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this and this was kind of like an eye opener to use what you have because it does cost a lot of money and how much your face looks like. I probably do this again later on as my routine changes. Maybe in the summer I'll do something like this, but I really did enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for watching. May God bless you always. I will catch you guys in the next video.